Assalamu alaikum, parents. So I have put together a report for whatever has happened so far this year, like all the highlights, because I send a weekly report. So I thought, why not just put together everything we have done so far? Now I understand that it's going to be hard for a lot of people to read the whole thing. It took me like two and a half, 3 hours to put it together. So obviously, it's going to be hard for you to read the whole thing. But I thought I should just go over it quickly, just to explain what's in it, right? So what I've done is that I have started from core strategies. Like, what are the core strategies of teaching that we have here? Number one, kids should be able to relate whatever they're learning. If they're learning anything which they do not see any relevance or impact in their lives, that then becomes knowledge for the sake of knowledge. Like, just imagine yourself driving on the road and you're told to count how many other cars are there. And you just keep counting as you're driving. That's the kind of activity it becomes for them, right? If they can relate it to their lives, that this is the impact, that's why I'm learning it, and this is how it's going to help me or not help me or has some impact on me, it becomes that much easier for them to learn. So first, like before anything, we always make sure that we are able to relate this, whatever they're learning, to their own lives, right? Relevance is extremely important. Next thing, inclusive and equal opportunity. So, as I mentioned in the report, these terms are used very loosely, very often. Over inclusive, we equal opportunity, but they don't really exist in life. We do see that the people who can perform in certain metrics, they keep climbing the ladder, and the others are just there to clap for them, right? Or just be jealous of them or be annoyed by this culture. What we do is that, for example, in class, what I mentioned in the report, in class, we only have two standards to tell if you are a good student or not a very good student. One is test, the other is quiz. We have tried our best to change that culture, right? It's not just a test and quizzes. If you are able to speak, you're very eloquent, you're very confident. So lots of presentations give you the opportunity to do that. If you're artistic, right? If you have artistic ability, we will bring that to light as well. If you are someone who can, who can make lots of, you're very good at, for example, editing videos. We will bring that to light as well. If you are someone who wants to be a part of the team but finds himself not having the ability, we will give you the chance to develop. So same thing happened in sports. Only the kids who can score the goals, they are the ones who are always picked and selected. What we have done is that even in sports, we have kept in mind that a lot of times kids are very good at managing other kids, but they're not very good at the sport itself. On the contrary, a lot of kids are very good at scoring goals, but they're not very good at managing kids. So we have chosen leaders. I'm talking about the OMA Soccer League. We have chosen leaders based on both abilities. So one of our teams, we have somebody who is not very good in terms of their soccer skill, but very good with motivating people. Now, see, to motivate people, that's something you can do in tests and quizzes, nor you can do by scoring goals. So we put this kid. Initially, their team lost a lot of games, but as we went into the mid section of the tournament, we saw his entire team, although they have lost a lot of games, are super motivated still. This kind of work goes to waste and never comes to light because that's not a part of the curriculum. Before we started our novel, we asked kids to go home and challenge the narrative of whatever the author is trying to say. This kind of work never comes to light. So we try to find specific skills. Some kids are very imaginative, right? So we tell them to write stories. If your language power book is saying that using this linguistic tool, write about this topic, I always open it up. I'm like, you can choose your own topic as long as you can just let me know and it's appropriate. You can write about it, right? Video games. We ask kids to go home. We did a chapter on video games with grades 7 and 8, and we told them to go home and make video games, right? And that's how you can show what ability you have. News reports. We did a chapter on news reports. We asked kids to go home and record themselves as news reporters. So we try to highlight all the different skills, and I strongly believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives a specific talent to every person, and I strongly believe in that. So keeping that belief in mind, we try to give all the kids the opportunity to show whatever talent they have, not just the top kids. The gifted ones, as we call them, are just rising to the top and the rest are just sitting there. Gamification, right? gamification is a part of human existence, right? Reward or punishment, survive or or go extinct, right? It's a part of us. So we gamify almost in all areas. All tests that they're doing, they know that it's going to impact their teams, the points on their teams. And now it's like, okay, if you are not going to score 75%, you're not going to show up for your team. If you're not going to show up for your team is going to lose. What does that do? Top students who are going to score 75%, they will score 70% regardless. But when you have this pressure on the ones who are not scoring 75%, in the effort of trying to score 75, they will at least reach their maximum potential. The best impact of this gamification we saw in our spelling bee contest. There are kids who would usually get out in the first or second round. Alhamdulillah, because their teams were relying on them, everything is done in team, everything's done in points. Because their teams are relying on them, a lot of them went to second, third, fourth, and even the final round. Why? Because once again, it's been gamified in a way that they want to do it for each other. Um, uh, um, Also, what's it called? We do different things like candy moments or Tim Hortons gift cards for different essays. We There's a fried chicken competition. If you do something above and beyond for the team, we'll get you a fried chicken box on Friday. These kinds of things get them going. We started a $100 contest for making your own podcast and your own documentary. So we pretty much gamify everything because these kids are very used to playing video games all the time, right? So they feel like their entire day is sort of a competition or a game, which keeps them going. Especially for young men, they love to come together in teams, and they love to compete. There's 10 million boys every night approximately playing Fortnite, Roblox, or other platform, right? It's just a reality of life. But why are they playing those video games? And I've asked a lot of kids, would you rather play alone or would you rather play online with your friends? And every single one of them told me, I want to play with my friends online, right? So they want to come together, they want to be in teams, and they want to build, because what are they doing in video games? They're building, right? Or compete. So they want to come together, they want to compete, they want to build. So if we can take that skill, if they can take that urge that they have to constantly build or compete and put that into real life, it becomes magical. So we gamify a lot. Islam at the center of it. This is an effort that I'm trying really hard to for them not to think of Islam as something which is um, beyond the, like, okay, this is my life, this is my experience, my 9 to 5. I play my soccer games, I do my schoolwork, I do my video games, I play with my friends, and then I also pray. That's not the idea, right? Islam provides you with a worldview, whether it be Fortnite or whether it be learning Ontario government and local government and social studies, whether it be what happened in the past with the origin of Canada, or whether what's going to happen 50 years from now with the constant progress of AI and other technology. Islam has a view about all of it, from soccer games to video games to everything. So, what we do is every topic, as you're going to read more in the report, every topic that we are covering, we are keeping the worldview of Islam. What does Islam have to say about it? What does Islam have to say about it? For example, like, I was reading a novel, right? Refugee. Three kids are trying to escape a very chaotic situation. So, what does Islam have to say about this? When you are facing difficulty, is that when you're tested? Or when you escape difficulty, is that when the tests start? We're reading pacts, loyalty, betrayal, human treatment of animals, war. What's the reality of war? What does Islam have to say about it? So we pretty much cover every single topic, keeping with Islam at the center of it all, not an external phenomenon on the sidelines, but at the midst of every discussion that we're doing. I have covered in the report about what we have done this year for science and social studies grades 7 and 8. You can read. I've also covered what we have done with language 7 and 8 this year. You can also read about that. It talks about novels and different workbooks that we have done. I've covered grade 5 and 6 science, and also grade 5 and 6 social studies, and what else is coming next year. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. I'm always available to answer all your questions. That's about it. I want to give you a little overview of what is in the report or what we have done this year. If you have any questions, please and kindly reach out. Thank you very much. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.